So one of the themes that I bring up through my rants on this channel is that we need to normalize shaming certain behaviors again. And while this doesn't directly tie into the theme of today's video, it does in an indirect way. Because nowadays I feel like a lot of people are walking on eggshells when dealing with others, and people can tell when you're tiptoeing around saying your piece and will take advantage of that fact. Because that sort of coddling will often turn them into the kind of person who can dish it but can't take it. Basically, they'll act and feel like the tough guy when in reality they're anything but that. And add to that an inflated ego because they're just used to living in an echo chamber where all they hear is how great they are. Combine those and it'll result in the case of Natalie Cuomo, a quote-unquote stand-up who attempted to roast an audience member by implying he's gay, and then the roast victim had a little clapback of his own.
Oh my god, I love it! Okay, wait, what made you want to ask him?
Why are you making it sound like we're a couple?
Oh my god, don't get scared. What? Oh, it's not that. Wow, it's not that. Wow, look at you.
Yeah. Well, I can roast you too. You can't just roast all of us and get nothing. Whoa!
I see. So you were afraid because you felt like I was saying you're gay.
I can take the mic if you want.
Okay, that in and of itself proved his point that she probably doesn't have good material because as soon as she said it, she's stuttering. Then immediately she goes back to the joke about him being gay. Like, sister, we passed that. And look, if I was a stand-up comedian, I also wouldn't like being heckled. But that's a part of the job. You have to be able to go off script a little and plan for your routine, not being 100% as you prepared. And being a professional, you'd think she'd be able to brush that off without losing her cool, but that's not in fact what happens.
It's okay, he's your new friend.
I will say this, it is such a hard time in this world right now. There are so many people that came together to be supportive and amazing. No, look me in the eyes. You're putting negative energy out here. This is the last show of my look me in the eye. Look at me. It's the last show of my weekend. It's a sold out show and you want to say mean to me, okay? So don't do that.
Oh, he said some mean stuff to you? What he said was mild compared to the real kind of heckling you see these days. Imagine if he said some sexist stuff. I mean, women in comedy already face the stereotype of not being funny. And then another thing that immediately stood out to me is the fact that she needed to point out that this is a sold out show. I feel like you wouldn't need to say that if you didn't have such a bruised ego from what the guy said. And I'm imagining that a bunch of the seats were filled with friends and family that came because they felt sorry for her. Cause who would be cheering her on, crashing out in such a disproportionate way? Unless there were dudes just trying to get in her pants. But either way, this goes back to the point I made in the beginning, is that she just seems like someone who's never been told by her loved ones when she was in the wrong, that maybe she needs to grow up. And it's not just her loved ones that were part of the problem, it was the way that this incident was framed by news outlets as well. Check out this headline. US comedian Natalie Cuomo demolishes Heckler at stand-up gig in brutal scenes going viral. Or this one, Natalie Cuomo goes viral after shutting down Heckler. Continuing to say in that article, known for her sharp wit and fearless stage presence, Cuomo regularly shares her stand-up moments on social media. Hey, I missed the part where the heckler got demolished. There was nothing indicating that he was negatively impacted by this.
You can leave. Guy's texting his friend. It's so cute. You can leave too. I won't be offended. LOL, what a I did warn I would get kicked out. Man, she is sensitive, especially for a comedian.
In fact, he probably went home and slept great. And what about the sharp wit? Because I saw none of that. And also, she posted this to her own social media with the caption, right after I said how grateful I was for everyone being there and selling out the show, this little man in the front row decided to let his true colors shine. Always stand up for yourself, and if you're gonna be rude, at least have the decency to look me in the eyes. And what's crazy is you have top fans, aka simps like Nick Cross here on Facebook saying, it's good to see comedians standing up for themselves. Hecklers are pathetic excuses for adults. Or War Show here saying, interesting that some people don't understand that a comedy show is a listening activity. Dude, you're probably in a marriage where all you do is listen and your wife does whatever she wants and walks all over you. What kind of cuck is that? I guarantee you if the roles were reversed and if it was a male comedian getting in a woman's face because she decided to roast him back, you'd call that toxic masculinity. But guys, not to fret because the internet isn't just full of simps and cucks. As Max commented, guess we found our target audience. Sub 100 IQ simps. Or Salt Lake Jake here. You thought you were cooking? No, but for real, go back to cooking. embarrassing.
Get back in the kitchen.
Which is really funny because one of the other comments was by Rain here. You just set female comedians like 100 years back by that clip. However, sexist jokes aside, Najee here made an interesting point, saying, I follow Natalie Cuomo on Instagram and she's really funny, but this is just embarrassing. Which that's debatable. I mean, I really haven't taken the time to watch her stuff, but I did scroll through her videos on YouTube and they pretty much have a high dislike to like ratio. And given what we already know, it may be a good indication that she's not very good, but what do I know? But anyways, Najee here did follow that with the video showing a good example of how to do crowd work.
What did you say? You think that's supposed to hurt my feelings? Saying I'm not funny? Okay, if I could see you, all right, let me see. Okay, oh, the person from Germany doesn't like the Nazi jokes. The Germans, historically known for being patient. They don't got no comedy clubs in Germany. What's the material gonna be like at a German comedy club? Knock, knock, who's there? Doesn't matter, open the door, now! Why did the chicken cross the road? He was following orders! Yeah, those laughs, that means I'm funny. Don't worry, one more insult. I'll give you one more try. All she did was re-release the first album.
Now that was comedian Troy Bond, and he's been known to handle hecklers in an unapologetic manner, so I highly encourage you to check out his stuff if you aren't easily offended. Overall though, let this be a lesson to anyone trying to be a comedian. The number one rule is you have to have thick skin, and even outside the comedy field, that should be a general rule, because if you can dish it, then you should 1000% be able to take it. But guys, I do want to thank you all for watching this video as always, and if you enjoyed my commentary, please give it a thumbs up, and if you're new to this channel, hopefully I've earned a subscription. Here's some more videos for you to watch in the meantime. Until next time, peace out.